Alright guys, here we are with another episode of Cringe-Strophic Disclosure from, whatever. Anyway, here's the problem, and the problem that we keep running into. And that is that no matter if you are from this religion or that religion or whatever it is, we're living on a prison planet. And some people go, well, technically, and that pisses me off so much, technically, it's not a prison planet because there's a way out. Yeah, but if that way out is only something that 0.0000000000000000001% of people are able to actually get off of the planet, then it is a prison planet. So technically it's not, but it is, right? And that's what angers me about this whole system that we live in on planet Earth. Because they do have the religions, right? The religions are supposed to, if you follow the religions, you'll be able to get off this rock. But then the religions don't tell you all the rules. It's just like working at YouTube as a YouTuber. And then Eli, the computer guy, phones in and says, well, just give me the rules so I can cater my videos to perform the best that they can and, do all the right stuff so that I don't get like shadow banned, I don't get like demonetized, I don't get all the bad stuff happening to me. What do I do? But Eli, we have lawyers. So because you have lawyers, you can't tell us what the rules. And the same thing goes for religion. It goes for whatever, all the systems. We can't really know what the rules are because the rules keep changing. Like, have you seen the rules lately? Everything changes so fast. We used to live in a world where we could fly whatever we wanted over our own home so long as we owned it and so long as we owned the land on which we reside. And now it's a mishmash of new rules. Who wants to even bother with that? I'm going to stick with real flight evolution. I'm going to stay indoors and fly with whatever I want. Indoors, we still have the right to do what we want, so I'll just stay there. So what is the religion not telling you? The religion is always not telling you the most important things. Is everything, whether it's math, science, whether it's poetry, writing, literature, whatever, everything is a story, right? There's always a beginning, a middle, and an end. What about time? Time doesn't exist. Time does not exist, but everything is happening all at once. Now is happening, the future is happening, and the past is happening. Nothing is permanent. Everything is ever changing. If you do something today, you affect something in the past and you affect something in the future. So that's what takes us back to things like the Holocaust. And why we shouldn't constantly call everybody Nazis. Do not dilute this word. The Nazis were the worst possible. And what about everything else that happens? What does government do? What do the people do? What does the secret breakaway species that exists on this planet that's always been with us do? Everything is correlated. And certain things are hidden for good reasons. Other things are left out in the open for good reason, but things are distorted, like so many things in our religions. Even, as I said, everything. There is no such thing as something that is permanent. Even the Bible has been changed, rewritten. Things have been changed on purpose because the one true thing that you can always count on is evil always prevails. And people are going to be like, but no, that's not true. Evil doesn't always prevail. That's why they created Disney. So that we could win from time to time, right? Hollywood, Disney is what we do to fool ourselves and say, oh no, actually, you know what? The good guys actually have a chance. They have a shot. But it's not like that, unfortunately. Because the psychopaths of psychopaths are control freaks, and they always want to be in power, and they always want to control everything. And so no matter what we do, and this has gone on for eons, the persistent battle of folks come to Earth And they want to try to get as many people out of the system, right? Because, as I said, prison planet. Get people out of the system. But we always fail. And very, very few. We were able to wake up just enough people to accomplish something, and then the worst of us reset the simulation. They basically bury us all, except for a key few folks that then recreate the simulation for it to be evil. And so that's been the thing. And I'm sure that people will say, well, there's angels, and there's this, and there's that, and there's whatever. First of all, when you have the technology to do whatever you want, you can literally appear to be whatever you want. You could appear to be a little green man if you wanted to, if you have the technology. Or you could be a unicorn. Or you could be an angel. Or you could be whatever. And that's a trick right there. So there are these situations where you get to the point, and this is where we're at a crossroads again. We finally have the technology to turn the tiger into a vegetarian if we wanted to. Will we do that? Or will we allow the tiger to continue to be a predator and we all go to hell? And let me tell you, I've seen this movie before, and we've been through this thing so many different times, that I would like to get out of this cycle of reincarnation. I would like to. Because there was a point in time when there was a heaven machine that we could go to. And not just when you're alive, because you can still reach the heaven machine when you're alive, right? You can do the astral projection, remote viewing, and a bunch of other things. You can go to heaven. But the lie is that you can go to heaven after you die. Nope. That's been changed. That's been changed. You can't go to heaven after you die. You have to have a body in order to go to heaven. And most people are disconnected from their other abilities, so they can never go to heaven. They just keep dying and coming back. Dying and coming back. So that's where we are. And some of us want us all to get out and reactivate the heaven machine so that some of us can stay there. We don't like here. I know there's people like PBD, and there's people like, what's the other guy? Oh, what's his name? I can't remember now. Really like a giant guy that always promotes, take it, you can do it, whatever it is, a bunch of things. It'll come to me anyway. Tony Robbins. They and people like them can die and come back and live again and always reach the top of civilization. They can always do it. It's something that is in their way. But it's so stressful for the other people to live like that. Sure, some of us could do what they do, not as well as they do, because the system is rigged in certain ways that you have to have a certain kind of psychological system running with you. That's always about, how do I win? How do I screw? How do I do this? How do I do that? And so on and so forth. And if you are always ahead of the game, you can always stay ahead of the game, right? It's the pyramid scheme system. But the rest of us who are not, and again, this is not me going after Tony Robbins, they're bad people. No, they just have a different way of being. And not everybody can be like that. Not everybody can be successful like that. And therefore, that's why we need to make it so that everybody has a chance, right? But anyway, I'm going to end with a high note there. Look at this cool thing that I've just created, because I like to do stuff. Look at this. Look at this. It's a famous shape that keeps appearing in our sky. And I can drift with this thing indoors. Lockheed Martin and all those companies, they know that we can have a better life. They know that we can have better lives, but they're stopping us.